Yes, folks, it's Tales from the Jails with John G. Sutton. Do please like and subscribe. It helps. Yes, folks, today I'm going to talk about a perverted bishop. Not a perverted pop star. This is a perverted bishop. The former bishop of Swansea and Brecon, who was a bishop of the church in Wales, which is an Anglican church, which is independent of the Church of England. But his name is Anthony Pearce, and he's aged 83, believe it or not. But he committed these offences way back around about 2007, round about then, when he was interfering, sexually molesting a boy under the age of 16. And he did it for a 5-year period, so one wonders how old the boy was when this perverted individual got to grips with him. The strange thing about this is that Anthony Pearce had previously been reported to the church for molesting underage boys, and nothing was done about it. Absolutely nothing. Over 17 years before he was molesting this young man, he was reported to the church, so they knew fine well that what they were dealing with here was an actively homosexual child abuser. And they let it go. Now, why is this happening? But before we get to why this happens, let me get to the details about Anthony Pearce. He was a knight of the Order of St. John, which is awarded for outstanding services to people in hospitals and people in need. So he was a knight of the Order of St. John. Yep, he was the Bishop of Swansea and Brecon. He'd previously been a parish priest, where he was responsible for funerals, baptisms, marriages, and buggering the choir. How about that then, eh? Oh, come, it gives it an all new meaning, doesn't it? Oh, come all ye faithful. You silly boy, stop that. It's not funny. People have been abused here. Anthony Pearce, age 83, and he's just been sentenced at Swansea Crown Court to 4 years and 1 month. But he'd been protected by the church for a period of time until it became inevitable that the individual that was reporting him was insisting on police action, which is exactly what happened. And at Swansea Crown Court today, he was sentenced to 4 years and 1 month. And he will be undoubtedly now in HMP Swansea. Now, HMP Swansea was built in 1845. It's a typical Victorian jail, only holds about 500 inmates, but there is a unit on there for extremely vulnerable inmates, of which one of them will now be ex-Bishop Anthony Pearce. And he will be in that particular unit because he won't have needed to apply for Rule 43A, which is to be protected against other inmates because you're feared that you're going to be assaulted and attacked. I suspect that I know that what's happening to him now, he will be in a virtually protected environment inside the walls of HMP Swansea, no doubt about it. And he will be remaining there. He will probably do about 2 years, but I mean, he's 83, so who knows? He could get out early. Just screwed down in a box. Who knows? Dirty bastard, eh? But the church do things like that, you know. That's what happens. People who are offending like that in positions of authority, for some unknown reason, and it's not known to me. I mean, I wouldn't do it. When I was working at Wormwood Scrubs, I discovered that one of the chaplains at Wormwood Scrubs was interfering with the younger inmates in the prison. He was going into their cells, usually on a Saturday morning, which is when I discovered this, on Saturday morning and getting them to get down on their hands and knees and fillet him. For all those of you who are unfamiliar with that technical term, it involves the particular cleric unzipping his trousers, whopping out his todger and shoving it in the little boy's mouth. That's the kind of thing. He's that kind of guy, you know. Hallelujah. Really. And I reported him. Took all the details, took statements, my statement, all the evidence, and went and put it before the correct authority, which was the number one chief officer of Wormwood Scrubs, only to be told that it was above my pay grade and that I was not in any way allowed to investigate senior members of the establishment. At which point I advised the number one chief officer that indeed I knew what my duties were, but did he know what his duties were? Because I'd reported it, it was now entirely in his hands, and he didn't do anything other than to give me a bollocking for actually doing my duty. But, you know, I've been in the military, and you do not accept unlawful orders. And I pointed that out to him. You know, you're in a position of authority. It's your duty to act. I've done my duty. Now, it's up to you to do your duty. I left him with it. Nothing happened. Absolutely nothing. Strange world, is it not? And look at that, there was a very senior, quite a senior member of the Liberal Party. I believe it was Cyril Smith, who was a Member of Parliament for Rochdale. It's a town with an unfortunate history, isn't it, Rochdale? But anyway, Cyril Smith. When I was working at Strangeways, a number of the prisoners coming in, because I ran the records office and occasionally had to interact with the inmates, and a number of them were telling me, I'm from Rochdale, I've been bloody assaulted by that big fat bloody Cyril Smith. And what he would do was, he'd go to boys' clubs and pretend to discipline the boys by bending the... Seriously, this is what they were telling me. Not just one or two, maybe three or four, said that he was taking them into a private room, bending them over his knee and fondling their buttocks and removing their underclothing. I mean, this is Cyril Smith. And he was reported to the police numerous times. On one occasion he was taken into the police station, and by all accounts from the officers that were dealing with this, said he burst out crying, "What will my mother say?" Well, I would have said, well, I tell you what, we're not bothered about what your mother says. What about the poor children that you've been molesting, you big fat ignorant bastard? He's dead now. Don't you miss him? Yeah? Anyway, that's a little rant for today. I see they banged that bastard up who shot them two girls and that woman with a bloody crossbow. What kind of a maniac is that? I hope they make him welcome where he's going. They will do, won't they? They'll look after him. Yeah, dirty bastards. Maniacs. Well, what's the world coming to? Oh, and for all of those who criticised me yesterday for discussing PJ Proby, have I got a grudge against him? Well, yes, because he tried to involve me in child abuse. Not only did he try to do that, he actually completely and utterly ruined all the work that we'd put into creating an album that was going to be his comeback album, because it was the first album that he'd had on international distribution through BMG in Europe and through the networks, the distribution networks in the UK. The first album that he'd had on distribution in over 20 years. Savoy Records recorded him and tried to get distribution. They couldn't get it. I got distribution. The album was called Thanks, and you can look it up. Just type PJ Proby Thanks into YouTube and it'll come up with the album. and you can listen to that there for free. And it cost me a lot of money, and he refused to actually promote it following my reporting of him for abusing a little girl aged 11 years of old. So all the people who are saying that I was wrong for doing that, I just got a message for you. Go fuck yourself. Anyway, here we are. I'm going to sing you a song now. We've got Song Dinger, here we are. I shouldn't last into the vernacular, should I? It's not very professional. The Song Dinger, so you've been warned, here we go. This is a song I like about Elvis. This is how I think that Anthony Pierce, the former Bishop of Swansea and Brecon, will be feeling right now. Oh, well, bless my soul, what's wrong with me? I'm itching like a man on a fuzzy tree. My friends say I'm acting wild as a bug. I'm in love. I'm all shook up, Yay! Oh, well, my hands are shaky and my knees are weak. I can't seem to stand on my own 2 feet. Who do you think when I have such luck? I'm in love. I'm all shook up, Yay! Oh, please don't ask me what's on my mind. I'm a little mixed up, but I feel fine when I'm near the girl that I love best. My heart beats so it scares me to death. Oh, well, she touched my hand, oh, what a chill I got. Her lips are like a volcano that's hot. I'm proud to say she's my buttercup. I'm in love. I'm all shook up, Yay! Oh, well, my tongue gets tighter when I try to speak. My insides shake like a leaf on a tree. There's only one cure for this body of mine, and that's to have that girl I love so fine. She touched my hand, what a chill I got. Her lips are like a volcano that's hot. Well, I'm proud to say she's my buttercup. I'm in love. I'm all shook up, Yay! I'm all shook up. I'm all shook up too. Tales from the Jails. Do please like and subscribe. Thank you very much.